Wager of the day for Thursday, April 10th, brought to you by Capital OTB Bet. We're going to do another pick three. We tried that on Wednesday and did get a nice little $16 horse to start the sequence. And then a crazy Turfway shipper came in at $100 in the second leg, and that knocked us out. Had we known about the scratches, actually we might have pulled the Turfway horse into that second leg, but it didn't work out that way. But we're going to try again today because the sequence, again, has some prices in the mix that could be interesting. So we're going to go a little deeper than we normally would with a pick three, but if you make it a 50-cent bet, it's not particularly expensive. In the opener, I have it 4, 9, 1, and 10 on my honor, 10 to 1 on the morning line. One of those Turfway shippers. Again, we hope we're not a day late in here, but I thought this horse, up the last 2 or 3, certainly has something to prove, particularly off the last effort. But I think the horse in with this particular field is going to be an okay fit. And again, I think these Turfway shippers are worth a second look. No Joe, the number 9 horse, up from the fairgrounds off a good effort last time, was claimed out of that. Trainer's okay off the claim. Zecca Diabo in the third spot. Comes up from Oaklawn off kind of a dud against Allowance Company. Should appreciate the move back into the claiming ranks. And Metalhead also in the mix. Another one of those Turfway shippers that offers a little bit of value. So in the second race, leg number 1 of our pick three, we'll use 4, 9, 1, and 10. And again, horses are listed in order of preference. Race number 3, 8, 6, 3, and 4. And again, we'll use all 4 of those. Carolina Candy in from Turfway off a win against $15,000 claimers. This is a little saltier company, but again, the Turfway shippers intrigue me. B, leave her in the second spot. Fairgrounds move off a win at the Fairgrounds against B-condition claimers. So again, we'll see how this horse fits in with this starter allowance group. Bourbon Breeze in the third spot. Another Turfway shipper coming in off a claim for Rudy Brissett. And seems to be working nicely, or at least the last work indicates some nice fitness. And then Sombra Dorada in the third spot, yet another Turfway shipper coming in off a couple of improving efforts. In the third race, 8, 6, 3, and 4. And I'll go 5 deep in the fourth race, leg number 3 of our pick 3. One of these, though, is a couple deep on the AE. I'm not sure we'll get in. 6, 7, 10, 12, and 2. Bright Skittle hasn't been seen since July. Started Keeneland, Gulfstream, Ellis Park in the most recent effort. I think the horse has some talent. Moves into the Bill Mott barn. Question mark will be the fitness, but seems to have put in some decent works down in Florida. Second spot, Velociraptor comes in for Mark Cassie off a couple of nice dirt sprints at Oaklawn. I think this one is very interesting with the switch to the turf. Wesley Ward has number 10, Beer Run, another one that hasn't been seen in a while. Last ran at Kentucky Downs in August, but if ready to run, I think is a solid fit. Couple deep on the AE list, Natural Rights for Steve Asmussen, I think could be a live firster from Constitution as the sire in the career debut, and Bravely, similar situation, sired by Violence, so maybe live in the debut effort. In the wager of the day, pick 3 that kicks off in race number 2 at Keeneland, we'll go 4, 9, 1, and 10 with 8, 6, 3, and 4 with 6, 7, 10, 12, and 2. Good luck. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment.